Konbanwa and welcome to my channel. Dani here, and today I'm finally gonna do the Q&A. I think it's about 3 weeks since I did my announcements, so it's time to finally do this. I've got about 11-ish questions, so let's get right to it because I talk a lot, so yes, even 11 questions will take forever for me. I got the questions on my phone, so here we go. I'll start with TwoCentPenny, and she asked me 5 questions, so let's get to this. First question is, which manga publisher do you have the most volumes from? In example, Viz, Dark Horse, Seven Seas, etc. I actually have to count this first because I have no clue, because I'm not actually buying by publisher, but give me a second. Right, as for this exact moment of shooting this video, I have a few new series coming up soon, so I will have more. But for right now, at this moment, I have 5 Viz and 5 Kodansha, and that's the most. So I think it's equal between Kodansha and Viz. So yep, that will be my answer for right now. Then question number 2 is, do you have any pets? If so, what are they? Well, when you asked me that question, I had 2 cats, but sadly one of my cats died about 2 weeks ago, so yes, now I have only 1 left. So yeah, and you mostly see my cats in the beginning of my videos, but yeah, my cat's actually sleeping on my bed right now, so let's show her. This is my kitty. Hello. He's so cute. Say hi. Just woke her up, so yeah. So yeah, that is it for my cat. Then her question number 3 is, do you have any other hobbies aside from reading and manga? Well, I watch a lot of TV shows and anime, so probably that. It takes up a lot of my time. But also art, even though that is put aside a little bit for learning for my Japanese classes. So yeah, but basically art, TV shows, listening to music, just the obvious ones really, so yeah. Then question number 4, if you could have one superpower, what would it be? I don't even have to think about this anymore. It developed over the time of asking myself this question, but I want to be a shapeshifter. Kind of like Beast Boy shapeshifter, so into animals. So yeah, I could travel and everything, just, you know, changing into different animals. So I can fly and swim and jump and whatever I need to do. So yeah, shapeshifter. Question number 5, what's your setup for recording and editing videos? I can't obviously show you the camera because it's filming at the moment, so I will, if I find one, leave a picture up here. But I use very basic equipment. I just have like a Nikon Coolpix. It has no, how do you say that, like thingy you can turn around so you see yourself, so I am basically just talking to a camera without seeing what I'm doing. So yeah, but that's basically it. I use light from my 2 windows. Right now it's already 4:30, so it's a bit dark, so I use my light as well, so that's why the light changes all the time in my videos. So, but yeah, that's really the equipment, and I have a stand for my camera. And as for editing, I just use Sony Vegas Pro. I used to use Windows Movie Maker, but then I got that. So yeah, but really that's it. No, nothing fancy or anything. Then next up, I have a question by the Lawn Gnome. He asked, are you a fan of travel? What are some of the places you have been to, and what are some of the places you would like to visit that you haven't yet? That is a massive question, and I could go on forever because yes, I am a fan of travel. I would love to travel more, but I have no money because I spend it on buying mangas and comics, so yeah. But yeah, I would love to travel. I want to go everywhere, like there's no limit. I have been to places around here, in Germany. I've been to Paris, been to Austria, been to England. Obviously I lived in England. So yeah, and Spain, I've been to Madrid and to Mallorca. I've been to Tenerife, and I've been to Thailand. It's like the only time I actually really left Europe. But it's been ages ago. I don't remember Thailand. I don't remember Tenerife. So yeah. But I have not really been outside of Europe, but I would love to. Places I want to go. I really want to go to Hawaii. Like, so desperately, badly want to go to Hawaii. Like, it looks so beautiful. And obviously Tokyo, just Japan in general. I really want to go to Ireland. Sweden, I am probably going to Sweden at some point in the next few years because I've got a friend there, and she was like, you can just come over and stay with me. So I'm like, yeah. So yeah, just anywhere. Australia, New Zealand, just America in general. Not sure at the moment though, because I'm waiting to see where this is going. So yeah. Other places in Europe, the Netherlands, Belgium, just any Scandinavian place, but not in winter because nah. I want to go to Spain again, Portugal, just basically everywhere. Just I go anywhere. But yeah, my top ones would be Hawaii, Ireland and Japan. So yep, I think that will cover the question. But as I said, I could get into this a lot because there's so many places I want to visit. So yeah, but I have no money. Then the next questions are from AloofDragons. Thanks for that. Very manga related questions that with my 15 titles, I'm not sure if I can answer all of them. So question number 1 is saddest manga you've read, the most brutal. So now saddest, I mean, I haven't really read a lot of emotional manga, but I guess I would have to, for right now, I would have to go with Orange, because that's the only series I actually finished, and I cried, especially watching the anime. So guess saddest. And for the most brutal, I don't really have any manga just yet with like fighting scenes and shit like that. So I think given the gore out of my collection of the things I've read, I would probably say Tokyo Ghoul, even though it's not that bad. I mean, it's rated older teen, so it's not as gory as other things. So if you ask me this question again in like maybe 6 months or a year, I could probably answer differently. If I'd go with a death, kind of how people die, in what way, in a brutal way, minus actually fighting, I would definitely have to say Death Note. just by how easy it is to kill someone. I think it's pretty brutal for the people dying, because just die by someone writing your name in a note. So like he can just sit in his room and kill you. So it's pretty brutal for how you get killed. So I would say Death Note. But as I said, I haven't read any manga yet with like loads of fighting scenes and all that, so but we'll get to that at some point. And yeah, so oh look, I just got a notification from AloofDragons. She probably replied to one of my comments. So question number 2. Do you have any funny stories revolving around your collection? In example, how you got into a certain series, an experience at the bookstore, etc. I don't really have a funny story. I think probably the funny story is that I used to hate manga. So that will probably be like a oh my god factor for a lot of people watching this right now, or you know, all the manga people. But I used to really freaking loathe these things. They annoyed me to no end, just because I worked at the comic shop and we had so many manga, and like the manga section was the worst to get like cleaned up and to sort out and things. So you had like these 9 shelves or 10 shelves we had. It was like a huge section, and whenever we get a delivery of like, there's like a pile of Attack on Titan, like 15 volumes of that, and then like another 15 of Bleach and One Piece, all these big series. We always have like a lot of big re-delivery, so most of the time there was no space in the section, so you had to go like to the very last manga and move them all. So and that you do over 9 shelves, and then you spend like 5 hours cleaning this up, and then you get like customers in there, and then everything's a mess again, and you're just there like, god damn it, stupid manga. So I really didn't like them just because of that reason. But then yeah, somehow I started to like it. Just happened. So yeah, now I would be one of these annoying people. I can't wait to go back to England to visit the old shop, to just go through the manga section like a customer, because that's gonna be fun for a change. But yeah, maybe that's a funny story. I don't know, I'm too new to this to have any funny stories yet. And the question number 3, do you have any out of print manga? As I said, I have like 15 titles and I am still buying them, so nope, not yet. Maybe ask me in a year or so again, maybe then I do. I'm just way too new for these kind of questions. Maybe someday. Right, that's questions from AloofDragon. Thanks again for these. And last but not least, we have a question from InsidiousSwede. He's one of the reasons, one of the people why I have no money. Thank you. So, yeah, he asked, do you have any personal goals for 2017? I am not particularly one to do New Year's resolutions and things like that, but it's always good to have some goals. But I keep repeating mine every year because I fail, so yeah. But for this year I told myself I want to learn a new language, or at least start learning a new language, and I want to do more art and more reading manga, really, because last year was more reading books, so now I want to read more manga and comics. So yeah, these are kind of the 3 things. I just want to get my life sorted, so I need to do more art to eventually do something with it. But now that I actually did start to learn a new language, I made one goal. It takes a lot of my time because I'm learning Japanese, so it's not just a new language, it's a new world, and new letters, new alphabets, new everything, and there's like 3 alphabets you have to learn, like 2 main ones and the kanji, which is like the Chinese one. And it's a lot, and I still struggle to learn, you know, all the symbols and things and, you know, exceptions and everything and special things. So it takes up a lot of my time because I try to get it all in my head like as quick as possible, because it is a main thing to learn to write the things and read. So yeah, it takes up a lot of my time. So I haven't done any art this year really. So yeah, I need to find an in-between thing so I can put both into my schedule really. So hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, that's really my goals. I just don't know. I need to get my life sorted. I'm just here doing the same thing every day. So I'm like, this is not what I want my life to be. So yeah, but it's really hard because I'm just undecided and I don't know. So yeah, it's a start. Just this year, I just want to like develop my skills in different categories. So yeah, that's really my goal for this year. So yep, that is it for the questions. Thanks for asking to the people who commented and asked. And yep, I can do another one of those by my next milestone, maybe 200, who knows. But yep, thanks for following me and yep, joining me for my weird journey of getting into manga. So you basically, all you follow me actually like see a journey of someone who's very new. Like other new people on YouTube already have like a huge collection of manga and I'm like new to manga. So yeah, I'm slowly building it up. My collection is very tiny, as you can see if you watch my collection video, my shelf tour, which is pretty huge and long. But yeah, let's hope by the end of this year I have a lot more and I've read a lot more. So yeah, here's to more manga and comics and more videos. But yeah, thanks again for the questions. And I hope I see you in my next video. Bye!